Hey guys, Starks here. I've been doing my videos at the range at Op Supply. They're in Simpsonville, Kentucky when I'm doing shooting. But today's a rest day for me. I didn't have to shoot today, or I didn't get to shoot, I guess is the way to put that. But when I pulled up in the driveway, I noticed my wife was carrying a box. Looked a lot like these, or was this box. And, as a husband, the first thing I thought was, God, what has she bought now? Uh, but upon further inspection, I've seen this little sticker right here on the front of this box from Whiskey City Trad Gear. I've been talking to Mr. David Schneider from Whiskey City Trad Gear for a little bit now. Started shooting his Hipster quiver back about a year ago now, a little over a year ago. Um, what a great product that turned out to be. Um, and David has been telling me about a new product he's coming out with, about a new Hipster. So I was kind of excited about that, and today ended up being a little late Christmas. So I'm gonna share this Hipster with you. It's called the Hipster V2 or the version 2 or the Hipster 2.0, whichever one you prefer. But I think he's going with the Hipster V2. Not out on the market yet, but Mr. Schneider said it'd be out. I think he said late January, and I'm telling you now, it is one that you need. So if you like the original Hipster, which is a great quiver, he has changed this one just a little bit. He's been listening to some suggestions from all the archers out there that's been using this quiver and really liking it. Um, but David was more interested in the things that people didn't like about that quiver, things that he could make a better product. Now, this Hipster is not replacing the Hipster, the original Hipster. That's still going to be in the line. It will still be sold for Whiskey City Trad Gear. So David, this is one that he's making for the guys who want something just a little different. And I'll go through those differences real quick. Like I said, I started shooting Hipster quiver a little over a year ago, and I wear that quiver 15 to 20 hours a week. So I wear it, like a tool belt. I'm kind of like a redneck Batman in that way. But I'm gonna go over this quiver real quick. First of all, the similarities. It's still slim design, sits tight to your body just like the original. But what he's done different in the big pocket here with your arrows is he's taken the zipper out of it. So instead of having that zipper in there, he's taken it out. He's lined the top of it with a vinyl material. Feels pretty durable, pretty rugged. So the pocket's a little easier to get to. You don't have the zipper in the way. We're going to pull these arrows out real quick. You seen I was running two different kind of arrows. When I'm doing competitions, especially for World Archery, I will run at least two different types of arrows, two different kinds. So he's still offering the arrow tubes if you want something to divide those arrows with. The stitching on this new quiver is doubled. He's found the stresses, the hot spots in these quivers. He's doubled up the stitching in it there to make it a little more rugged, a little more durable. The one of the big things that people said about this quiver, they wanted it to be ambidextrous. For those of you who knows what that word is, it means either right or left-handed. Those that get tongue-tied, you can call it amphibious like the rest of us. But the original Hipster only unsnapped on this side. So when a left-handed person put it on, they just put it on and spin it around or whatever. This one unsnaps on both sides. And that goes into our next two amendments or additions he did to this, is he made the buckles a little bit stouter. When you're built like me and Big Deborah here, whenever you bend over, a lot of times the original one, I would hit that buckle and my quiver may fall or whatever. The guys kind of laughed at me every now and then. If you're not built like me, you probably never noticed that. But this new buckle that Mr. Snyder's put on here is a double locking buckle. You have to push here and here. If you push just this one, it does not turn loose. If you push just this one, it does not turn loose. You have to operate both at the same time. I love that buckle. I love that design. That is awesome. So you can push here, it pops right out. The second thing about this quiver is this belt comes all the way off. So if you're left-handed, you can unbuckle it on this side. If you're right-handed, you can unbuckle it on that side. If you don't have any hands, you really don't need the belt. But here's the deal that he's got in here. If you're going out and shooting indoor or you're shooting outdoor, maybe and got one of these trophy buckles that you like to get out and show everybody you've won, David's actually made it where you can put your own belt through this quiver. I can do it here. It's kind of, you can run it through these little loops here on the front. I say little loops. They're pretty substantial loops on the front of this quiver. And you can actually run your own belt through it. You can still access the quiver part. No problem getting the arrows in and out. But if you'd rather run your own belt, you could put your own belt through it. Now, he has actually even put in the directions for this thing that if you wanted to, if that's the way you wanted to run this quiver, you could actually cut these buckles off if they got in the way. I will probably run it with the buckle, the traditional belt, some indoor. I will probably go back to this belt shooting 3D. So I'm going to leave those buckles on, I believe. Super nice, super heavy duty buckles. Everything's double reinforced stitched. Some more things that he's upgraded this quiver on is this main pocket and the top pocket are both double zippers. So he's got access either way. The original Hipster had the lanyard or the webbing over the zipper, so it didn't open all the way. This one does. Now, the reason that's important for me when I'm on the trail, there's a couple things I like to carry with me. One is this stuff, because I'm built like I am and I really need this stuff. And then this stuff, because I've got a figure to maintain. So, cool little pocket back there for that thing. There's Velcro back here for the taco holster, you know, for your long distance hot lead shooter. Can go back here. Also, back here is just handy, just big enough for a pair of socks. So if you're out shooting 3D and you have one of these, and all of a sudden you find yourself walking through the woods with one sock on, you can have an extra pair of socks. If you know, you know. If you don't know, don't Google it. So that's the deal there with that. Double zippers, like I said before. This up here takes place on my traditional quivers. I would have my place for my tabs. If I can find it. Keep my tabs in there. Nice little handy pouch. Drop your tab in. The bottom down here is a great place for string wax, band-aids, anything like that you would need. When you buy a regular quiver, guys, you get your quiver. You maybe get one pocket on the outside of it. Anything additional you have to buy. This quiver here, it's little, it's compact, but it has a lot of storage. A lot of storage in this quiver. From the original to this one, he has moved the D-ring from here down to the bottom. Now he's giving you two D-rings. I love mine for my finger sling. Hook your car keys on one, whatever it may be. This is a decoy bag right here. I want you to pay attention. You can take these cheap little ink pen everybody's loved to chew on. Take your golf pencil, put in there this lacquer pouch, whatever. This is like putting a trailer park on the outside of the city. If you put the trailer park on the outside of the city, the tornado sees it, goes to that, leaves the city alone. What I mean by that, put your cheap pens here, put your good pens here. Anytime you 3D guys see a pen over there, you need that pen. And you know what I'm talking about if you've been out on 3D trail. Hey, you got a pen, you got a pencil? Sure, have this one. Hide your good ones in there. So, that's a few of the things that he's done on this quiver to the other quiver. And one thing that I do like about the belt, again, like I said, double latch, comes across real easy. You can take things like a bow holder. I use this for my binoculars. You can run that on there, run it on your belt, have different accessories. If you are allowed to run Rangefinders. I just lost half my audience there talking about rangefinders. But if you do shoot compound or barebow and are able to use those, you can do stuff like that and accessorize this quiver even more. One of the coolest features of this quiver, all of us target shooters out there are real big on brace height. You're talking about tuning your bow. First thing you ask is, what's your brace height? What's your knocking point? You know, as a target shooter, that's very important. So, Whiskey City Trad Gear has come up with this cool little bow square that is foldable. If I can get going the right way. So it is actually a full-size bow square that breaks in the middle here. But he went a step farther, Mr. David did, and put an actual place for it right here on the back of this quiver. It will go down, secure into that pocket, Velcro up top. I'm trying to keep this in frame for you while I do this. Velcro up top, cinches up top. It's not going anywhere. You're not going to lose that bow square. So now when you're on his website, go ahead and buy the bow square, buy the water bottle holder. You get it all right here on your quiver. For those folks that are plus size like me or smaller, I am a 38 in the waist. This is about where my buckle sets at 38. Crank it all the way down, you're going to be about a 30 or about right here on a fat guy. But here's the cool part about this. You can lengthen this out just like the original, and you can wear it up over your shoulder like this. Seen a lot of guys like to do this on the 3D trail. They want it up here where they can see what's going on with their arrows and stuff. He also has come up with a leg strap. I'm telling you, David has thought of everything on this quiver. So for a lot of you young shooters or smaller shooters, or if you just like that to be a little more stable, you can put it on your leg. Actually put the leg strap on there, holds it a little tighter to your body. This is removable as well. So if you don't like it, take it off. Not a big deal. Same with the belt. You remove it, put your other belt on. Guys, I'm telling you, from the regular traditional quivers that I was shooting to the original Hipster was a big jump. My style of shooting, the way that I like to do, as much as I wear these quivers, this Hipster V2 is going to be phenomenal. I can't wait to get out this year and shoot it. I will actually start shooting it tomorrow. It'll go back in my training as I'm preparing for the Lancaster Classic. So hopefully you'll get to see me on the big stage with this quiver on. If not, just know that I still wore it at Lancaster and maybe got put out by a better archer. I hope not. I'd really like to make the stage. But guys, thanks, Mr. David Schneider with the Whiskey City Trad Gear. Go check him out right here, wctrad.com. This Hipster V2 is not on the website yet, but I'm telling you guys, he said it's going to be there about the end of January. This is a must-have. Trust me on this one. Go grab it. Put it in your arsenal for this upcoming 3D season or the indoor season. Guys, you won't be disappointed in this new Whiskey City Hipster V2. Guys, thanks for your time. Mr. Schneider, thanks for a great product, and we'll see you next time.